VLR.
VLR.
My name is Arthur. I'm the newly appointed head of the Repton clan, and we run the casino in Sector 1.
The casino?
Yes.
Oh, do you have any other dealings than the casino?
Well, we try to make sure that the gentlefolk of Wonderland are safe from crime and mutation and raiders, whatever sort of nasty business that goes on in Wonderland. Oh, not Wonderland, outside of Wonderland. We try to help the fine folk.
How very valiant of you. How are you keeping these raiders at bay?
Well, it's at a great peril for ourselves. There are, well, as a lot of people know, we've issues with getting radix to the city, so we take the fight to the raiders and try to open up the ways for the caravans to bring whatever goods they have for us.
Well, you are downright heroes, aren't you, Arthur?
Well, I wouldn't call ourselves heroes. An hero doesn't call himself an hero, does he?
Of course, of course. So, what else do you have going on at the casino?
Well, of course, we got gambling, we got drinks, we got fine company, we can even read fortunes.
Read fortunes?
Aye, we got somebody that can read your fortunes if you're feeling unsafe or unsure about the future.
Would you be able to read my fortune right now?
Mama, I would love to, but I cannot. I'm not mystic in that sense.
What a shame. Perhaps you could bring your mystic by sometime and have them read a fortune.
Well, we will certainly look into that. How about that, eh?
That sounds amazing. So what do you think about Wonderland and our stance right now? What are we facing?
Well, Wonderland is a wonderful place. It's got a lot of opportunities for business, for work, for pleasure. But we are facing an ever-increasing amount of violence and crime in the streets. We got roving gangs wearing the green, orange and white. We've got mutants running around the streets, infecting everyone. We've got a diminishing number of radix in the city, so people's rad levels will rise steadily. And we got a law that's no more a law than a gang.
That sounds very sad, all of it, Arthur.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very sad. And that's why me and my family, we're doing our very best to uphold the order of Wonderland.
So what would you propose that we do about these issues?
Well, there's not a simple solution to all these issues, but for one, we could all be vigilant and help each other. We could pay the right people to uphold the safety. Where the traditional means fail, where the traditional police force cannot solve our issues, we should pay the right people to uphold law and order.
So if we should make like a saying to remind people who to pay, what kind of saying would it be? Is it something along the lines of remember to pay the gentleman's club to uphold the law? It doesn't even rhyme, Arthur. Can you help me?
I wouldn't even say that you should pay us to uphold the law. I wouldn't go that far. But well, maybe something like "Don't fear, the Repton clan is here." How about that?
Oh, that sounds very nice indeed. What about you, Gustav? Do you have any questions for our dear Arthur here?
Oh, thank you so much, Mama. Arthur, so the mayor has announced that there will be what he called an actual police force. So are you in opposition to those measures, or what do you see as the challenges?
Well, the issue with an actual police force, just as we had with the Texaco, is that they're most likely not even going to be a police force. They're most likely going to be a mayor-sanctioned gang roving around, claiming protection money, racketeering, doing drugs on the job. I mean, that's what we saw from the Texaco. And that's what's going to happen with this police force that's been announced. I assure you. They're no more police than, say, the Guardians were back in their day.
But how can we recognize this? What signs are we to look out for in these policemen to see their corruption?
Well, for one, if they, not if, but when they go around asking for protection money or any sorts of monetary aid, that's a clear-cut sign that they're very corrupt. They are not to be trusted, because if they need money from you to do their job, they could take money from whoever they're going to arrest, for example, to look the other way. As simple as that.
Of course, and I am certain that this is very different from the monetary aid that you propose that the gentlemen clubs receive. Could you elaborate a little bit on that?
Well, again, we're not a police force per se. We're just a family that's got Wonderland's people's interest at heart. Well, we're very interested in upholding the law and order in this city.
And we are so very grateful for that, Arthur. Thank you. Gustav has a question.
Let's put the politics a bit aside, because this should also be a bit of an entertainment piece, and maybe we can get to know you a bit better, Arthur. I heard from around that someone attacked you maybe last night. Is that rumor true, or is it just false?
Well, that rumor is very true, Gustav, and it's a very poignant example of what I was speaking about with gangs roving the city. But yes, I was attacked by certain Irishmen very viciously last night, and I only barely escaped with my life. So yeah, that's what I've got to say about that.
If those certain Irishmen would be listening, what would your message be to them?
Well, I would like them to know that the people of Wonderland will not be bullied into submission by a roving gang of maniacs, and this will not stand for long.
So the natural questions for me will be, now that I have listened to your jingle so many times, are the Irishmen still welcome at the Gentlemen's Club?
Well, you know, that's a hard question, but we believe in forgiveness. We believe in the good of the people of Wonderland, even people that may have made mistakes in the past. And you never know, it might just have been the drink doing the hitting and the punching and the shouting and the general violence. So of course, everyone is welcome. If your red levels are responsibly low, everyone's welcome at the Gentlemen's Club. Even the man that attacked me last night.
Oh.
I am very impressed by that statement, Arthur. Is there something that you would like the people of Wonderland to know?
Well, I would like to remind the people of Wonderland that in these precarious times, they should not fear. They should not go uneasy to bed at night, fearing whatever dangers the wasteland may bring, because my family, we are stronger than ever, and we're at the very least ready to fight for the people of Wonderland.
Thank you for that, Arthur. I at least feel very much at peace with that message.
Yes, how can you not feel at peace at that message? And I think that will be the... Okay, it seems like we have an extra scoop. Unlike the bullet, the news keeps on rolling here.
I was just wondering, from all those bachelorettes around in Wonderland, are you romantically involved with anyone, Arthur?
No, unfortunately not. I'm far too busy at running the family.
Well, I think that was everything from us here today. So thank you so much for coming in, Arthur.
Thank you for having me. It's good to let my voice be known.
Of course. And citizens of Wonderland, remember to take your Radix and have a very lovely day. Remember to listen in later, where we will have some more news at around 2:30. We will hear from the Rusty Henchmen, and around 15 we will have some second-rate news by the Bullet. Thank you so much today, and have a great day.
Oh, thank you so much, Arthur.
You're very welcome.
I hope that there was not too many rough questions.
No, it was very good. It was very good. It was straightforward, easy.
Yeah.
You'll wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent.
And once more, we are live, and we bid you a very good day here at the Wonderland Radio. You might remember earlier that we had a visit from a certain gentleman, and now we are ready to have some meetings with some more rusty men. We have Walnut with us here in the studio. Welcome to you, Walnut.
Thank you, and it's the Rusty Henchmen.
Yes, the Rusty Henchmen. Welcome. I will just mention before we begin this interview to remember to take your Radix. And earlier, Gustav and I heard some news about a relay station. It is almost like a radio station, but apparently it is able to relay news all the way to Angel Falls. It's something that the Bullet would never be able to do, because they only do written news. But please, Walnut, welcome. Would you tell us a little bit about what are the Rusty Henchmen?
Well, the Rusty Henchmen are a group of like-minded people who enjoy motorcycles, riding in the wild, and just enjoying life and being free, living by our own rules.
And that sounds marvelous. You have this beautiful jacket on that, of course, our listeners can't see, but it says Prospect. What on earth does Prospect mean?
It means that I'm a trial member, not a full member.
Oh, so you have degrees of membership.
Yeah.
What
we
are
do.
the highest ranking memberships?
That's our president. And then vice president and so on. Yeah.
So you have the president and the vice president and...
The vice?
and
Nah, we have a sergeant at arms and we have a treasurer. We have different positions for different roles that needs to be filled within the organization.
well, that sounds just marvelous. Do you have any vacant roles at the moment?
Not as far as I'm aware.
All right. So I've heard this ad on the radio that says that there is a lifting competition. Is that right?
That is correct. Yeah, we have a deadlifting competition where you have to lift the weight from the ground from a dead position all the way up to your hips, so your legs and your back are straight. And the competition will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. or 18 o'clock, and we will see who can lift the most weight. And so far we have both henchmen, Irish, a single Adidas, and one from Jocker's Junk. Notably, we do not have any gentlemen in the competition. I don't know why.
Are there no gentlemen lifting?
No, there are no gentlemen lifting. Maybe they don't lift.
Yeah, maybe they don't. All right. So can you let us in on a little secret? How much can you deadlift, Walnut?
On a good day, maybe 160, 165.
That sounds very impressive. What is the limit on what we have at this competition, do you think?
Well, the weights we have available are 178 kilograms. And if we have 2 or more people who are able to lift that weight, they'll just try to rep it out for as many repetitions as they can do.
Wow, you sound like a true pro. Is this something that you do a lot at the Rusty Henchmen?
No, on our last tour out in the wasteland, we found some weights lying around, and we thought it might be a good idea to keep in shape when you can't be in the wasteland.
All right, you said your last tour out in the wasteland. Do you do many of those?
We used to ride all over the wasteland, all the way up to Solaris, Neverly Hills, Crossroads, and the likes. But since we found Wonderland, we've been staying around here for the last couple of years.
All right. Do you have any specific goals with going out into the wasteland?
Just killing some dust demons, being on the road, living the free life, so you're not caged in by the walls of Wonderland.
Caged in. Interesting phrase. We just had a new police force in the city. Have you met them yet?
No, I have not personally met the police force.
No, many people think that they were something that we really need here at Wonderland. What do you think?
I think that it's great that we have a police force, but I can't see them around, or I don't know what they do.
We had a visit from a certain gentleman earlier, and he seemed to think that the police would only be a corrupt show of force. What do you think of that statement?
I think that the gentleman might be a corrupt show of force.
Interesting. Did you listen to the earlier interview we had with the gentleman?
No, I didn't.
So you missed the part where they insinuated that it would be a very good idea to pay them to keep the people of Wonderland safe.
Well, I don't know if they'll become better at protecting if we pay them more money, but right now I wouldn't put my money on them.
You said if we pay them more money. Do the Rusty Henchmen pay them money currently?
No, I said if we had no matter how much money we put into the gentlemen, they would never be able to protect us, as well as the Rusty Henchmen.
Is that because they don't lift?
That's also because they don't lift.
All right. Gustav, do you have any questions or things you would like for Walnut to elaborate on?
So, what do you see being the possibilities of enhancing one's safety here in Wonderland now that the police force is a I don't know. I couldn't quite catch what you would call them, but let's just call them the police force for now.
Yeah, the police force. Yeah,
Yeah.
not.
But it is definitely not the gentlemen, you say. So who are gonna keep us safe? How are we gonna stay safe?
Well, you could always get some insurance at the Rusty Henchmen, and we can keep you safe.
Oh, you heard it here first. Safety at Rusty Henchmen.
That's right. Get your insurance at the Rusty Henchmen, and we might be able to help you out.
So if we just say that maybe this whole bit is just free right now, would you consider the radio insured just for a bit?
Yeah, I would.
Nice.
We sure are lucky to be insured by so lifting people. So I would just like to know, just out of curiosity, do you, Walnut, or do you know if your companions have any romantic interests here in Wonderland?
Like in other people around Wonderland? No, I don't.
You don't know, or you
I
don't
don't
have
know.
any?
I don't know of any who have any. I would phrase it like that.
You heard it here first. The Rusty Henchmen are single.
Any comments?
I guess most of them are, and if you're really in need of something, go ask for Foreskin.
Foreskin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Foreskin, he would, I think, very much like to meet some young people, females around.
Oh, so there are preferences.
I think he has preferences, but I have not met his limits yet.
Okay, you heard it here first. Foreskin is open for business, you could say.
You definitely could. So pay him a visit if you're feeling lonely and ready to meet a single henchman. So, Walnut, do you have anything you would like for our listeners to know?
Only to remind them to turn up. Only to remind them to turn up at 18 o'clock tomorrow for the lifting competition. And of course, if you still want to qualify, if there's a gentleman out there who thinks that they can actually lift, they can come by the Rusty Henchmen and ask for Walnut and see if they can actually qualify.
All right, thank you very much for this, Walnut. Do you have any last comments, Gustav, before we say goodbye for today?
I would just say remember your radix. Otherwise, who knows what would happen?
Who knows indeed. And stay tuned, because not even 20 minutes from now we will have some second-rate news by the Bullet, who are being featured here at the radio. Stay safe. Oh boy, Arthur, I'm so bored today. Whatever am I gonna do?
Well, let me tell you, you could come down to the Gentleman's Club, the wonderful casino in Sector 1. We've got all sorts of games. We've got blackjack, we've got poker, and lots of gin. Everyone's welcome, even the Irish.
Oh gee, that sounds amazing! Let's go to the Gentleman's Club.
Let's do that right away.
And once again, we are live. And you are in the studio with your host Maman and Gustav. Alright, and we just finished our interviews with the Rusty Henchmen. We had Walnut in, who told us about the lifting competition. Very interesting stuff. Looking so much forward to seeing the competition live tomorrow. But in the studio now we have Ruby from the Bullet. Welcome in, Ruby.
Thank you.
So Ruby, will you tell us a little bit about yourself or about the Bullet for a start?
Or before we start, because this is the radio, so you guys can't see it, but Ruby is sort of looking like a new face to the Bullet. Is that true, or have I just been forgetful these days?
So I think we're a lot of new faces at the Bullet at the moment. I've been here around maybe a year, half a year, I don't know. But yeah, since Shine took over the whole thing, we are a lot of new faces.
Shine took over. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. Maleren went away, and then Shine came in and took on the business. He's been driving it pretty good.
That is so nice of him. Where did Maleren go?
I actually don't know.
You don't know?
No. She went on something.
You heard it here first. The Bullet doesn't know where its former chief editor went.
Would you just non-committed, but would you say that Maleren is missing?
No, I'm pretty sure she went on a lead somewhere. I just don't know where she went. Like, leads, they take these journalists in every direction. So she went in that direction, and then I'm pretty sure she's not in that direction anymore, because leads do that. I've heard them say that, the journalists.
Has she been kidnapped?
No. She went out on a lead.
She went out on the lead, never to be seen again.
Well, I guess she's coming back.
Well, you heard it here first. Maybe she's coming back. Alright, but that is very interesting stuff, Ruby. Thank you for that. Do you have any news for the Bullet? Because you guys are still a news station, aren't you?
Yeah, we're news stations. Well, I don't do the news, because I'm mainly a paparazzi. I shoot for the paper.
Oh. Shoot? People?
Yeah, I'm the bodyguard.
Oh. Right. So, yes, you shoot people for the paper.
Yeah, if they try to shoot us. Actually, we had someone coming by yesterday evening shooting at us.
What?
Yes, and we don't know who it was. It was kind of a run-by shooting. It was this broad guy, white t-shirt, and he ran in. He had his face covered with his hand and maybe also a scarf or a mask or something. And he was screaming something, and he just shot at us.
Did he shoot anyone?
No, he missed. He was horrible.
Oh.
But I think his aim was off. He was aiming kind of at the knees, but kind of at the feet too. And then he missed. He shot Tara right between her feet, so it just hit the floor.
Oh, that's... I'm happy that nothing happened to you, but it sounds slightly disappointing from a shooting.
Yeah, it was really anticlimactic.
So, you're a bodyguard.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about what on earth did he do wrong here?
I think his aim was way off. Like he was within a meter of us.
A meter?
Yeah. He was so close, and he still missed. And I think he aimed down at the legs, probably because he didn't want us to get much hurt. Because if you aim at the back, you will probably rip some intestines out, and you will actually mainly kill somebody. Because bleeding from your belly will definitely just continue unless you get a doctor real fast. So the legs are always the place to go if you need to hurt someone but not fatally hurt them.
It is. So, leg shooting.
Yeah, I actually had a very interesting conversation with the doctors about this.
You did?
Yeah, because they really don't like when they get patients in and they've been shot in the kneecap, because they say that the knee splinters inside the leg.
Oof.
And then they need to sit with pincers and put it back on.
Put the what back on?
The bone, the kneecap. So they sit down with pincers and just slowly piece it together like a puzzle.
Uh-huh.
And they hate that because it takes so much time.
You are very well versed in this. That is unsettling.
Yeah. So what happened afterwards? You said no one got hurt.
Yeah, we tried to find the guy, and it seems there are a lot of guys being in whites. So we actually found the wrong guy twice.
Oh.
And we brought them to our camp and measured the height.
The same wrong guy?
No, 2 different guys.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. But actually what tipped us off with the first guy was that he was not only not tall enough to be the guy we had seen, but he was also
He was also?
He was also barefooted. He didn't have shoes on.
He didn't have... The shooter or the wrong guy?
The wrong guy. The shooter had shoes on because I was sitting down with some of our stuff, so I actually only saw his feet.
So you're also kind of a detective here.
Yeah, I think I could do some detective work.
Oh.
So is this guy, this run by Miss Shooter, is he still at large?
I actually don't know. Last I heard, he should have been beat up this morning.
Oh.
And I'm very sad I wasn't there.
Yes, you sound like you were definitely the person for the job. So, speaking of all this raw violence and brutality and strength, have you heard about the lifting competition at the Rusty Henchmen tomorrow?
I actually made the ad for that on our bulletin board.
Oh, that's
I got
so
to
great.
write it. They let me write an article in it. I'm so happy for it. I really think it's pretty.
So, who of you from the Bullet are representing you?
I don't think we have anybody that can lift that much, actually.
Oh, that can't be true, I'm sure.
You do look mighty strong.
Maybe I should try it.
Yeah.
Maybe I go by the Rusty and just give it a try.
Yes, you definitely do look very lifting.
Yeah.
And speaking of you, I noticed you had a little bit of an accent. Do you mind telling me where does that come from? I don't recognize it.
I'm from the north.
The north?
North of here, like up around Nova.
Are you from Nova?
Yeah, something like that, like around Nova. Yeah.
Are there many things like Nova?
No, it was like mostly caravans and stuff.
Oh, caravans and stuff. Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
So which caravan did you live in?
We had a blue caravan.
Sure. I've seen those around. Yeah. Okay. So what do you think is the future for the Bullet now that you had this Mallory going missing and this takeover by your current chief?
I think it will be very good. I think Shine is really doing the part and getting things done, and we're writing a lot of articles. And we also got this new girl in called Rook, and she's like a walking archive. She knows everything. Ask her about birds, she knows everything. Ask her about weasels, she knows everything. She's everything.
Oh. Do you have any news you would like to share with Wonderland?
Well, we have like all the news on our bulletin board.
So you have no news you'd like to share?
Like new news?
News? Like the shooting?
Well, the shooting isn't news. That's news. That was the news, right?
Yeah, that's a news. Do you
So I
have
just
any other news,
shared
or is
that.
it just mostly violence?
Mostly violence.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool.
I think we will say thank you to Ruby from here and send her back away to the bullets. And with this with this we will say thank you.
And remember to tune in at the latest tomorrow at 11:30, where we will once again be live. So remember to take your Radix, and thank you to you, Ruby.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great one, Wonderland. All right, Ruby, that was something. Fine.
Run free?
Yeah, that would be so good. Are you gonna bring news?
I hope so. Like news other than shootings, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's also okay if most of the news are shootings.
Yeah. Is there anybody in particular you want to talk to?
No, just whoever of you have news.
Yeah. Cool.
Can you lift it? The Rusty Henchmen will host a deadlift competition. Thursday there will be a qualification process. You need to pay 5 chits and lift 70 kilos. This will be done with Walnut at the Rusty Henchmen's camp throughout the Thursday. On Friday at 6 p.m, the competition will be held in the big yard. Who will be the strongest? Definitely not a gentleman.
Clan, welcome in, Arthur.
Thank you very much for having me again, Mama.
Of course. So, tell me, Arthur, how's business?
Well, Mama, business is very good. We are running the casino in a tight shift, and as anyone knows, yesterday we had a great and wonderful evening of partying, gambling, music, live music, and just general racketeering, but in the good sense of the word.
It sounds absolutely marvelous. I think I even know a few people who went there and had a great time. Don't you, Gustav?
Yes, most definitely. You are definitely a nobody if you have not been to the Gentleman's Club.
And if I don't remember wrong, then Arthur, you also have a little bit of news you'd like to share. Is that true?
Yes, of course, because after sunshine comes rain, and there's been a rampage of robberies during the night. I know some people that have their religious idols vandalized.
Oh no.
I know that the Irish have been robbed for everything they're worth. And I know that the bullet has been robbed.
So not a lot, or
Well, everything they're worth. Let's leave it at that. Obviously, there's subtext, and people know. Yes, and I know the bullet has been robbed with a bunch of Radix, and it's so very unfortunate that the people of Wonderland need to suffer under the boot of these criminals. So I would like to propose, for anyone in Wonderland, if they got any news of the robberies, they come to us, and if it leads somewhere, they get a cut of the prize, because we've been robbed as well, unfortunately.
that is some really sad news. That this is what will have to bring Wonderland together.
But I am glad to know that at least some other people have news, even if it is the Gentleman's Club and not the Bullet, as one might have hoped.
Yes.
So, can you tell us a little bit about what did you lose in these robberies?
Well, obviously I can't disclose the exact amount of chids that were lost, but suffice it to say it was enough to buy a king.
That sounds like plenty.
A king, that is interesting, because we just had another visitor, Governor Snowflake, that also claimed to want to be king, as well as mayor.
That is very interesting. Do you have any idea who might be behind these robberies?
I got no clue, and that's why I asked every single member of the Wonderland folk to come forward with any information that can lead us anywhere in this investigation. And with the one that the snowflake that wants to be mayor, well, I would just like to say that I don't know Snowflake, but if her or his mayorship will be different from the current one, it can only be better.
Are you aware that Governor Snowflake is a sock?
On a hand.
I was not. That would probably change my... Well, with the ways things are running in Wonderland, a sock on a hand might even be better than the current mayor.
Ooh.
So, with all these sad affairs, there must be some good things, some good news. Is the Gentlemen's Club still gonna be open for business even though that there has been a robbery?
Of course, the Gentlemen's Club will never close. We will never close and we will never leave Wonderland. That is a guarantee.
Oh, that is a great guarantee, if you ask me.
Do you have anything special planned for tonight?
Tonight, it'll be just like any other night. Open, music, gambling, everyone's welcome. I also have something else I'd like to address. There's been some rumors on the air that the gentlemen don't lift.
Oh, because you were not participating in the lifting competition.
But that is not true. Gentlemen do lift, and they lift heavier than most. And people will be able to see this at the lifting competition this evening.
Oh, that is so nice to hear. I'm happy that the rumor about the gentleman not lifting was just some BN, or bullet news, as they call it.
Yes, so we shall definitely see if there has been a lot of shade being thrown back and forth, and we shall see if which of the
Competitors.
the competitors will bring home the prize. If Walnut is correct that it is not gonna be an Irishman, but we will see if he can lift himself.
So let me just ask you, Arthur, if you were to bet money on someone winning this lifting competition and you could not bet on the gentleman, who would you think could be able to win this?
Well, I know who I won't bet on, and that is an Irishman. They got no muscles. All they eat is potatoes. That doesn't come in. That doesn't build for a healthy young lad. So I wouldn't put my money on the Irish. I'd probably put the money on. Well, I don't know. If not a gentleman, then who?
Indeed, then who? Do you have any last questions for our visitor, Gustav?
With everything in the wasteland going so well, I'm gonna prod a bit about your personal life as well, because with these days there must be some young lads or lasses that is looking mighty fine, or is business still way too intense?
Well, Gustav, I won't divulge too much, but suffice to say that a number of people in Wonderland that has taken a liking to Arthur Pond. Let's leave it at that, eh?
Let's leave it at that then. Thank you so much for coming on air, Arthur. Do you have any last comments you would like for our listeners to hear?
Well, I would just like to end this by giving you a little gift, Mama.
Oh, a gift, how quaint.
And it's a gift from the Gentlemen's Club that you can come down and spend however you like.
Oh, that is chits. Oh, so I can spend these at the casino table.
Exactly. You can come in and we'll set up a table just for you.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Come down and meet the radio at the Gentlemen's Club. Thank you so much, Arthur. Such a generous man.
Most definitely. Do you like hand jobs? Do you like facials? Then swing by Pink's Beauties.
And Wonderland, we are back. You are listening to VLR with your host
Gustav.
and Mama. And now in the studio we have with us from the Bullet,
Ellie.
Hi, welcome Ellie. We're so thrilled to have you.
Hi, I'm glad to be here.
That's so great. And so Ellie, I see that you come with some news. Is that correct from the Bullet?
Yeah, I have some of the most recent news here with me. Do you want me to read them now, or?
Sure. Could you just tell us now, what do you think is the most interesting news that you have to present?
The most interesting are probably also the most recent and most important, because there's a critical shortage of radics in Wonderland, and
That hardly feels like news.
it's worse than it was yesterday, and people are scrambling to find the last places in town where they can get them for a reasonable amount of money, and the deaths and damages have been skyrocketing since people have been starting fights over them and going out into the wastelands and getting themselves killed trying to get more.
Do you know anyone who has mutated?
No, not other than the mutants walking around now. I've talked to
So you are saying that there hasn't been any consequences to it yet, even though that there is a big shortage?
Oh, there have been. People have been feeling sick. There haven't been any physical mutations as far as I'm aware. But of course, if one physically mutates, one might tend to go to a more private doctor or at least some private way of dealing with it.
So if you were mutated, which doctor would you go to, Ellie?
I only know about one doctor, and that's with the rest and remedies. But I'm sure that the other people might have private doctors somewhere. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's continue with the news, please.
Yeah. So about the radics, should we panic about the radics situation? And I'm here to tell you that we should not, because we can follow the example of us at the Bullet. Because earlier today we were out in the wasteland and apprehended and took down a gang of raiders who had hit a caravan, and they had taken a lot of the radics for themselves, but the rest and the money we brought back to the mayor so that he can distribute it. It was very few, but as you can see from that brave display, people can do their part, even if they're just journalists. It is possible, and we can fight through this.
Yeah, that sounds impressive. We did also meet with your bodyguard yesterday, and she seemed not necessarily very journalistic, but
Yeah, definitely the paparazzi that will shoot you.
Oh, Ruby? She's very, very nice. I like her a lot. She's great. She's mostly the one keeping up the joy and the belief in the place, and also the, what's it called, the bravery in the rest of us who do our work, because reporting on crimes and fights and business dealings don't usually tend to get you into great places.
Okay, but do you believe that she's actually from a caravan up north?
That's what she told me. So yeah,
So you do believe that?
I believe it, yes.
Do you know of any blue caravans up north?
I haven't been up north.
Well, I have, and let me tell you, I did not see any blue caravans.
I don't know about that. As I said, I haven't been up north.
All right. Well, I think we're ready for more news if you have any.
Yeah. So I have some news about an unlikely love story, actually, or love story. It's not, but it kind of almost turned into a prank, I think. So a British woman found herself in the middle of a love octagon because allegedly, or after having an illicit affair with an Irishman. It was disproven, and then apparently a bunch of other people took that as an invite to send her love letters. So she had been bombarded with love letters all day yesterday. I don't know if it has continued today. But we will see who she chooses if she chooses any of them. And they're all choosing to remain anonymous, so who even knows at this point?
But who is this sought after lady?
I can't tell you that. Sorry, Shine told me I couldn't tell you that.
Okay, so
So Shine is censoring the news?
No. Shine is not censoring the news. We're keeping our contacts anonymous for their and our safety, and future working status, so we can bring more news.
yes, it would be a real shame if she received even more love letters. I definitely see the point of protecting her from that.
Yes, truly a precarious situation.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Do you have more news?
The only thing that comes to mind, of course, that as we all know, the police are allowed back in Wonderland. Please don't shoot them. It was all resolved. It was talked through, and there is much more like a handle on the situation, and they have agreed to stay within the boundaries. And oh, thank you. So that is, they are here to protect and serve again. So that's great.
That is definitely great news. I am looking forward to seeing them around. What I'm thinking about now is a bit more with this Shane. Shine. That Ruby did tell us that that he took over the bullet after the mysterious happening or disappearing, whatever you would call it. It does look a bit suspect.
It's not suspect at all. Mallory got a tip about a diplomat in a faraway place with an exciting story. And we have not heard from her for many months. And
Is that a tear in your eye?
no, of course not. I didn't know her personally.
It does look like a tear. Do you know anything about her? Is she dead?
I don't think she's dead. I mean, Shine would have told me. I've only been with the bullet for like 3 weeks or so. So I didn't know her personally. We don't know when she'll return. Tracy's older brother Shine was kind enough to take over, ensuring that the bullet would continue. And Shine is a great leader and generous too. And like when you work with him, you don't have to worry about anything, food or shelter, or he treats us all very, very well.
Did you prepare that speech yourself, or?
Yes, I wrote it myself just to remind myself, because I haven't been on the radio before. I'm used to writing stuff.
So you had to remind yourself what to think of Shine?
No, I had to remind myself to talk about it, because, like I said, I didn't know Maleren myself, so I needed to have the story written down so I could tell you what happened.
Of course, that makes perfect sense. Do you have more news? Like you had an interview with someone earlier who also talked about the robberies, right? Yes.
So a bunch of places have been hit overnight. Very random stuff has been stolen, not necessarily valuable stuff, and no one knows why they're doing it. But they promised to the people you just interviewed promised to make it stop.
Yes, and they did say to come to them if anyone had any leads. But correct me if I'm wrong, isn't there a detective in Wonderland?
There is.
Have you asked him if he has any leads on the robberies?
Yeah, we have contact with the detective. I don't know what we're asking him about, because that's not me who's doing that.
So did he have any leads on who did it?
I'd love to tell you, but I don't know. I haven't talked to him myself. I don't think I'm allowed to.
Not allowed? Are you being censored?
No, not at all. It's just because I'm new, so I am still learning the ropes of journalism, and I wouldn't want anything to like slip my mind. So it's best that the others handle such a case with a high profile like the investigator.
Yeah, about speaking of being new at this journalism thing, I think I've seen you around with like this note on your neck. What exactly is that? I didn't have the opportunity to be close enough to you, Ellie, to read it. What was that?
Oh, I'm so very sorry. I haven't been close enough for you to read it. I was supposed to tell everybody. I'm so sorry about that. Well, it's people can hire the bullet to make cardboard signs, and I'll go around and show them to people, and stuff. So I can do that if you pay, and I've been doing it for the weightlifting competition and for a bunch of other things.
Is there good money in this for you?
Yes, I get all that I need.
Oh, you get all your... I saw you had a can of corn when you came in here. Is that all you need?
Yeah, that was my lunch. I was just late eating because I was in a hurry with the signs, and I was supposed to be finishing an article. This article, where did it go? Oh, it's on the floor, I'm sorry. I finished it, so I was in a bit of a hurry, so I just grabbed it with me.
I think, Ellie, that that is everything we need from the bullet today. It sounds like that there's being taking great care of you journalists there, and definitely not being starved or anything like that.
No,
so
we're really not. He's taking great care of us. Shiner's a great guy.
Yes, certainly sounds like it, and thank you very much for coming in. Any last words before you leave?
Last words sound so grim, but no, just come by the bullet and check out the news, and if you have some tips or leads, come by and tell us, and we might do a story.
Oh, thank you so much, and that was it for the bullets today, and have a nice day, Wonderland. Thank you so much, Ellie.
You're welcome. Did I do okay?
Competition day! Who is the strongest? Not the Irish. Come by the big yard at 6 p.m. to watch, cheer, and be a part of the show. Lift you there.
Now those fucking Rusty Henchmen, like, who the fuck do they think they are? Like, I have heard, like, they're fucking too lazy and too fat to even own a bike. Like, they even don't do nothing. Like, they do nothing. They even don't go out through the fucking Wonderland. They stay safe, they stay home, where there's fucking there's no threats, there's no nothing. Because they're too fat and their arms are way too skinny. Like, they can't even lift for nothing.
Go for the fucking Irish. The fucking arms like tree trunks.
Exactly.
Fucking deadlift you out of this fucking world.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, that's what you get for that amount of chits. Thank you so much, Irishmen. See you around. And we're live. And this time it's the Slavs and Kurt.
Yes, that's me.
Yes. So we are quite a few people in the studio today, without Gustav, myself, and of course
Mama.
Yes. And I think it is suffice to say that a lot of people must know of the Slavs by now, and there is a lot of questions to ask the Slavs.
But of course, the first question is, who are you? Will you just introduce yourself a bit so people know who's on the air?
We are Slavs. I am Vajim.
And I am Arjun.
I am Boris. And I am Sasha, and we are Goptikoil family.
Yes. And this is Kurt. He's not part of Goptikoil, but he's with us.
He's
celebrity.
He is present.
Yes.
Yes, he is definitely here. That is true. Yeah, looking very fine with that hat.
Yeah.
So, what are your deal here at Wonderland?
Okay, so actually we're here to talk about the new thing, Slav Radio, and actually the 3 stripes rating system. Like if you are very good and have great bar, then you can get 3 stripes of Adidas. It makes everybody go like, whoa, it's good place to go. And we are like raters. We go out and see like, can we Slav squad? Can we drink vodka? Is Mama or Babushka happy about place? and then we give a rating.
We give
And you rate? Can you elaborate?
We rate everywhere we go. Like we go into shop and we do rating now, and we like, is this good place? It gets 3 stripes. If it's like okay place, they like have good stuff, they got good service, nice looking people, we like 2 stripes is okay, but it's not the best. And if it's like suka is shit, it's like 1 stripe is shit.
So you rate places, but you give stripes. What kind of raters are you?
I think just to keep everything calm and nice in here, I think we should maybe
vodka.
Vodka. Yes. Would you please?
I would love to. Do we have the shots, or does this just go?
You can just have
I'm sure that one of these fine gentlemen, they are, or not gentlemen, but Slavs.
No, fucking hand job is with hands.
Hand job?
Yes.
Oh, so you have also gotten hand jobs?
Yes, a hand job from Pink Lady. Very nice, baby.
Yes, actually they are so good that we could actually get hand jobs, we could Slav squat, drink vodka, so very first place to get 3 stripes of other das. Very good place to go.
Okay, so Pinks already has 3 stripes. Yes. Who else has 3 stripes?
Oh, of course, Wunderbar, super great place. Actually, Boris and Sasha work there. You know, they give the best vodka and they give the great dancing and great fun. Go there next time. Okay.
So Wunderbar and the Pinks has already been rated.
They have been rated. The Pinks and the Wonderbar have been rated.
Yes.
By raiders. By raiders.
Yes. We are top shelf raiders. We are the best raiders in all of Wasteland because we have best system.
Yes.
So we have the Slav raiders.
Yes. Should they just have the opportunity to do?
Can I have drink real quick?
Yes.
Nosridaya. Oh, it's so good and strong. Oh, it's good. Oh, boy. It's really good vodka.
Yes.
Actually, almost babushka made this. I can see, like I can taste, like all the same ingredients, but not enough love.
No. Need more love.
How many stripes?
There's only 1 vodka with 3 stripes, and that is babushka. So we can get 2. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
2 maybe?
2 stripes. 2 stripes. 2 stripes for vodka with red label.
Yes, it's okay. And actually beer.
Have you ever rated anyone and only given them 1 stripe?
Yes, actually get Sasha to tell story.
Yes. See, the spill we only give 1 stripe because we always come into spill, get something to drink, but there's always fight, so they always fight us. It's not a nice place to be when you just want to get some vodka. So 1 stripe for the spill.
And it's not very nice people either. They like always yell like fuck, potato, everything. They always like talk they bleed everywhere. They have this green and orange colors very screaming in your eyes, and it's like very bad, very bad.
Yes, and speaking of colors, of course our listeners can't see this, but you all have very chill colors with stripes.
No, it's good stripes.
Good stripes?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, it's from Pinks, you know, they are very cultural and give us some green for, I don't know, happy day today for Irish people, and then the colors of Ruskies. Very happy people here.
Yes.
And of course the color you're talking about is the color of your nails.
Yes, of course.
Good to know. The radio listeners can't see you.
Whoa. Okay, but
it's very bad for them because we're very nice looking young men.
Yes, very handsome.
Yes. Actually, if they come to Wunderbar, maybe if they give a little tip, we can show them nice nails.
Yes.
Oh.
That sounds very nice, and I can say here from the radio that the nails are very beautiful. They have been superbly made by the Pinks. So
we rated 1 other place also. We actually rate the Jockers Junk too. We make like deal. They make nice alterations to shirt we have on, and we rate them very nicely.
Especially Jester, she's very helpful.
Jester is very nice. Would rate any day.
Yes.
So what did you rate them?
3 stripes. Of course, 3 stripes.
3 stripes for Jackass Junk.
So, since you rated them, are they still open for business?
Of course they're open for business. You can just go there and rate it yourself, but we highly recommend rating there next time.
And of course, I would like to say from the radio, we do not endorse any ratings done by civilians or raters as such.
Actually, only let professional raters go in and rate.
Yes.
Yes, and do we have any last words? How does one happen to be so Slav? What does Slav even mean?
It means Slav squad. It means love of motherland, and it means love from babushka.
And lots of vodka. Never forget vodka.
And vodka.
So you listeners might be able to learn something from these if you want to love mothers and motherland.
Mamas and babushka. Mamas and babushka.
And who is babushka? Is it a religion or?
No. Mama is like the one who born us, but babushka is like a great leader of family. Like she is the oldest and wisest of them all.
Yes.
So who of you are the most Slav?
Boris, of course.
No zachum.
Yes, Boris.
Boris has Golchin and Sasha drive tank.
Yes.
Actually, it's maybe it Archon because he's Slav squad the best.
No.
You see, there is many versions of Slaving, and we all excel at different Slaving, but Boris is best.
So just Kurt, could you come a little bit up here?
Yes, I'm here. Oh yeah, yes. Hello. My name is Kurt Maleren.
So Kurt, what do you think of these Slavs?
They are really good people. We drink a lot of vodka and they do squats. Yes.
And Kurt, the autistic, he teaches very good Danish.
Yes.
Okay, so before we end this interview, could you all just maybe do a squat and then we can try to rate who did the best squat?
Okay.
Yes. And listeners, because you can't see this, you will have to ask them yourselves to squat for you and rate it.
One is squatting on some boxes, and and Sasha is squatting deep.
And the heels are in the ground.
The heels are in the
Heel
ground.
on ground, combat found.
We have several Slav people on our furniture now. Wow, you're really on our furniture.
Everywhere.
I don't think I'm.
No, I think Kurt should be the one to say who is squatting.
Come on, Kurt. Come on.
You know, Boris is best.
Sasha has a really good low squat, but no furniture. Boris has most furniture, I think. That is good.
Now we have furniture.
So,
Boris!
No, it's a job!
Boris!
Okay, and I think that will conclude our interview today. Thank you so
please
much
take
for
some
listening
vodka
in.
and
Yes. And
we take good care of vodka.
thank you. And we'll be back with the bullet later.
Nostrovi!
VLR.
VLR.